Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of just building whatever we want to build. And after a very snowy Friday, today is a staying in day and doing absolutely nothing. Today I decided to edit some of my old videos and came upon building of a hook and ring game that I built last week. The week before that, I built a smaller version of that. A buddy of mine asked me to build it for him, and after finishing it, my kids wanted to have one themselves. So I went back in and decided, since it's mine, I'm going to custom make mine a little bit and make it a little bigger and correct some of the things that I want to customize. So therefore, the center post, I turned it and have it more decorative, and have the arm or the boom a little bit longer. So the end result is from a small model like this to a much bigger model like this, with the center boom much more decorative, having a longer swing. I think I'm going to build a third model of this because, as you can see, this, when it swings, it hits the base. I learned a lot from building the second one. The main thing that I learned from it is I was somewhat in a rush building this. The basement was somewhat cold because we are entering winter in the northeastern of the United States. It gets really cold at night when I'm building downstairs. So while I'm rushing, I forgot to router the base. No decorative base, no decorative top. Second of all, once again, I made the mistake of this. This does not form an arc, so therefore this post needs to be a little bit taller, a little bit longer, probably by another 3 or 4 inches. That would make this perfect. So, but video of this is made, and I'm going to show you how this is the second try of this, and then maybe a third video following up on how I'm going to make hopefully the perfect hook and ring game. Enjoy. I start the project by quickly rummaging through my parts looking for all the hardware, and then followed by dimensioning all the lumbers. I'm using a piece of scrap 2x4 as the base. I am also using a piece of red oak flooring. For the center post, I had a piece of red oak dowel that was left over from another project. I start by flattening the 2x4 and then squaring up the second face. I did the same for the red oak board. I then converted my jointer into a planer to get the third face parallel, and then follow up on the table saw to make the fourth face parallel to the second. Finally, cleaning up the ends with the miter saw. Just marking all the center location for the 1-inch hole that needs to be bored, and 2 holes on each side for the hook where the string will attach. Here is where I add a slight personal touch to this hook and ring game. I'm going to add some decorative style with my lathe. ends of the center column was carefully turned to exactly 1 inch in diameter. So I used a 1-inch Forstner bit to drill out the hole for the center column so it fit perfectly. The depth was approximately eyeballed and drilled slightly deeper so that the center column will seat fully. Final assembly is almost at the end, but before I finish, I got a visitor. It's always great to see him having some interest in what I'm doing, asking some questions and looking around, playing around with the tools. It's always a welcoming sight. The assembly was very straightforward, gluing things up and making sure things are flush and square, and then screwing the hooks and adding the string. That's pretty much it.